Thank you, Polly. And we start now with today's top story, and that's the latest on the army officer who was stabbed yesterday. And police are not treating the incident as terror-related. The man who was wearing army uniform at the time was seriously injured after he was repeatedly stabbed by a masked attacker. And GBNews' Home and Security Editor Mark White reports from Gillingham.
Well, here at the scene of this knife attack throughout the afternoon, police forensic teams have been here carrying out an inch-by-inch search of the crime scene, looking for any clues that can help piece together the events of yesterday evening, when just before 6 o'clock, that soldier, that army officer in uniform, was walking on the road behind me when he was attacked and stabbed multiple times. Now, GBNews has obtained doorbell camera footage. It doesn't show the moment of the attack, but you can quite clearly hear the commotion, the blood-curdling screams as that attack was unfolding, and a warning for our viewers and listeners that listening to this, it is very distressing. Well, that doorbell camera footage was provided to us by Alex Reynolds, who just lives a couple of doors up from the scene of this attack. And on hearing those screams, Mr. Reynolds felt he had to push forward. He had to come down here to see if he could help. And this is what he told us of what he saw.
Thought immediately that it was perhaps just a scuffle in the street, perhaps on the neighbouring street. But as the screams became more harrowing and piercing, he realised that it was something more serious. I think initially my father said not to go out, but a minute later I went out to sit to the corner and could see a good 6 or 7 people around the victim, around the body that was lying on the pavement.
Well, the police investigation is continuing apace, and as yet they have found no indication as to what the motivation was for this horrific attack. They haven't found anything to suggest that it may have been motivated by terrorism. That might change in the hours and days ahead, depending on what they find. Now, throughout the day, we've been hearing from senior politicians and military leaders who have been passing on their thoughts and good wishes to the victim of this attack. We've been hearing from the Defence Secretary, John Healey.
My thoughts are with the victim and his family. The best wishes of our government and everyone who serves in our armed forces are with him. Our thoughts are with the family, and we want to see him make a swift and full recovery.
Well, the scene of the attack remains sealed off, as does the spot where the main suspect was arrested by police not far from here in Rochester. A number of knives were recovered during that arrest.
Of course, we'll have all the latest on that story as more evidence and information comes our way.